So this is what we moved into, and honestly, it was kind of rough. Like the backyard was just completely overgrown, the deck was falling apart, and there was this cracked slab back here. It just didn't feel usable at all. It was one of those spaces where you look at it and you're like, yeah, this all has to go. So the whole goal for the first summer was basically just strip it back, try and make it livable again. And the first thing we ended up doing was ripping out the deck. And I'm not gonna lie, I barely even did this part. My dad and his friend showed up one day while I was working and just kind of started cutting it apart and taking it down. And once it was all open, we actually found a bunch of weird stuff under it. Like there was this old patio buried underneath. The deck blocks were just sitting on top of bricks, trying to level things out. It kind of looks like every previous fix just got stacked one on top of the other. Nothing was really done properly, which honestly explains a lot about how the deck ended up the way it did. I'm rebuilding some useful stairs so we can use our back door, because our back door is about 4 feet off the ground. Luckily this upper deck is not on blocks and on solid concrete pillars. I'm also using the old 10-foot wide steps to make a 5-foot wide stair but taller. You can see here I'm folding 2 sets of stringers together like a weird puzzle in some way and adding a bunch of screws and some back supports to help cross brace all the stringers together. It's going right up against the house to help create more space in the yard and leave the upper deck area for a barbecue without also being a hallway to get to the backyard. I also added a quick railing and a gate just to keep everything safe. The next big thing was this cracked concrete slab. At first, I thought it might not be too bad, so I just started hitting it with a sledgehammer. And like the edges started breaking off pretty quickly, then you hit the middle, and there's clearly rebar in there holding everything together. The next day I tried a power chisel thinking that maybe it would help speed it up, or at least create weak points or something. But honestly, it was just too small for this. It was kind of doing something, but not really enough to matter. So I just went back to the sledgehammer again and started slowly breaking it down piece by piece. This is one of those jobs where it doesn't look like much is happening, but you just keep going and eventually you start getting those chunks out. I just dragged them into a pile, one side so I could deal with them later. After a bit, I kind of just hit a wall with the slab and switched tasks because I needed something that actually felt like progress. So I moved on to all the overgrown bushes instead. Just trimming everything down, trying to tie it up, and get ready for the green bin pickup. The next day I went back to more gardening. There was a large area under the old deck that is now overgrown, as it had been about a month since we started this project. I've only been working on this spare time when not busy with work or with the kids. One thing I noticed was part of the deck was sitting on these concrete pillars and the rest was on blocks, which felt like a weird mix. And I think that's probably what caused everything to shift over time because the ground here moves a lot in the winter. I slowly started pulling these pillars out with a bottle jack, just lifting it a bit, dropping it and adding wood. Kind of step it out little by little. I ended up doing that for all 5 of the pillars that were in the ground, as you can see here. Remember that huge slab that we had left? Oh, it's finally time to get back at it. We rented a very large jackhammer from Home Depot and are taking care of this once and for all. This made light work of the slab, and while I was breaking it up, my dad was cutting the rebar so we could have manageable sized pieces to take out of the yard. There was no way my car would have handled the weight of all this concrete, so I had to hire a company to come with a dump truck. In total, it ended up being about 3,900 pounds to the dump. Back in the yard, there is still lots of rocks and work to do. I'm currently cleaning under the upper deck so we can store some of the crushed stone. I didn't want to pay to dump another load of crushed stone, so I thought we could store it under the upper deck. 1, to help prevent weeds or animals from wanting to live under there, and 2, I may need some crushed stone for future projects, so keeping it around for now. I added a tarp, but I regret that choice now given how much stone ended up being underneath there. Just moving these rocks took way longer than I expected, because at first you can just dump it straight under the deck. But once it builds up, you basically have to shovel it twice because the wheelbarrow won't fit properly anymore. Luckily my dad was free to help out and help move all that heavy rock. Here you can see the last couple scoops of crushed rock going under the deck and just how much crushed rock ended up underneath there. Once all that shoveling was done, we had more shoveling. I ordered 5 tons of dirt for the backyard. This was to replace all the rock we had removed, plus give a great base for some new grass. This is where things actually started to feel like a yard again. Here I am wheeling in the dirt one wheelbarrow at a time. I picked up this 4-wheel wheelbarrow for this job and it made a world of difference. It really helps speed everything up. While I was running the dirt from the front, my dad was leveling it all out and trying to create a nice slope away from the house. We didn't have a compactor here, but we made sure to walk over everything to help compact it. Given we're not in a huge rush to use the yard, we opted for grass seed versus sod. It does take longer to grow, but this yard faces south and we had lots of sun to help grow the grass. As I laid the seed down, my dad was raking everything smooth to help remove some footprints and bury the seed just below the dirt. Warning, there's a bit of a strobe effect in the next clip. So we didn't use the backyard for about 3 weeks here, but the time lapse of the grass growing, you'll see it really comes in around day 8 or day 9. And that was the end of summer 1. Not everything got finished, and the winter kind of showed up a little earlier than I expected, so I didn't get a clean clip of the yard. But it went from basically an unusable to something that actually starting to feel like a backyard again. Next summer, I'm hoping to add a few more things, maybe a play structure for the kids, maybe a sauna at some point, we'll see. But if you made it this far, subscribe if you want to see how it turns out, or drop ideas in the comments.